Number 8 is to keep that truck clean. And speaking of ones that we don't, you get on my case about this all the time because I don't do a good job of keeping my truck clean. It's like,
do you want to trade?
Always clean.
Do you want to trade trucks?
Dirty.
I'll take yours home for the weekend. I'll clean it tomorrow.
That'd be crazy to turn that down.
Yeah.
But I don't stop at the car wash very often. It's like, unless it's really bad and it's like I happen to be there and I'm getting gas anyway, and it's like takes a lot of things to align for me to do it.
It's a timing thing, I think, for you probably, right? Because you're busy. You're usually late getting out of the store. So you're trying to get home to see the kids, and then by the time you finish that up, it's 9:00 at night, and it's like,
I am unlikely
shit.
to make a
now
special trip to go wash my vehicle.
Yeah, and it's like 9:00 at night. Do I now go out of the house to wash my truck? It's like, yeah, not really.
Yeah. Like if my wife and kids are at the farm and I'm at home doing, well, that doesn't happen either because I just stay here when they're at the farm. But if I didn't have the kids or family home, whatever, I'd have no problem ripping over and doing a car wash.
Yeah,
that'd be like something for me to do. Well, when there's kids at home and stuff,
it certainly does look better to have them cleaned up.
But yeah, you spend the money in the wrap, keep it clean, keep it shiny, just looks a little bit more professional again.
Yeah.
Number 9 is to carry around a portfolio. So this doesn't necessarily need to mean a paper portfolio, but I think that could still go a long way in today's world. You can show pictures on your phone, sure. But what would present itself even more professionally is to have a portfolio that you open up with some examples of some jobs you've done, some tutorials, some, what am I trying to say? Some testimonials from people, just some papers to kind of show people like, here's how we do our whatever. Here's what a deck looks like framed from us. All the joists are taped. This is built properly. These are the piles we use. Just like some visuals to go along with the sales aid.
Whatever. And then even some sale aids that are like, here's some skirting options. Here's some privacy wall options. Here's some stair detail options.
Yep.
Things like that are good, right?
Yep.
One of the reasons I like a portfolio so much is it's easier to lay a binder down and have people look at, like to have multiple people, husband and wife or like partners look at the picture. If you have a phone that's like 4 inches wide by 8 inches tall, 4x7, it's like, well, that doesn't work.
Well, it's hard to keep your phone as organized too. Like I do this in the store all the time, trying to find a picture for somebody because they want to see what a cedar privacy wall looks like. It's like, oh, I've got one of those back on my phone somewhere. And then you stand there for 4 minutes swiping like madman.
So I have a file in my photos that's called decks, and I every once in a while I'll drag pictures into there, and it's like I got skirting and lights, and
so I was doing.
We should almost do this on a Google Drive so that we can share these to everybody.
We should. I was doing it on Instagram a bit too. I was saving. You can save into collections, right? I was creating collections like skirting collection, privacy wall collection, and saving things into there so you could do a quick hitter.
Yeah.
The trouble is like staying on top of it and being proactive and actually putting the pictures into the portfolios and doing all the work.
Yeah.
But once you do, then sure, if you have your phone properly laid out, or an iPad, right? It could be an iPad or a tablet of something, so that could also work. But just some sort of like showing your, because it's hard when people are looking at a piece of paper with a bunch of line items on it to tell who does good work and who doesn't.
Yep.
Why is this one more? Why is this one less? But some visual aids can go a long way. Number 10 is to leave an info sheet on your business. And so I like this idea quite a bit.
Danby's signed in.
Yo.
Have you been there?
Danny's, yeah. Have you?
Twice.
Yeah, I think it's only 2, maybe 3 times for me too.
It's the best ice cream in Regina.
We should probably go there again tonight. Danny's.
Yep.
They just had an issue with, did you hear about this?
Yes. Somebody's MasterCard fell in?
MasterCard at the middle of the deck that we had supplied decking, and I think it was Everflow that had built the deck, local contractor. And we got a phone call one day, we're like, how hard is it to remove one of these boards? Because the customer's card fell through the boards. Anyway, they got it figured out.
Steel framing. It was harder than you think because it was all steel framing.
Yeah, exactly.
So we had to drill the plugs out and back the screw. Yeah, anyways, sorted out.
I guess we're not ready to move on. Leaving an info sheet. So what I mean by this is you have your 30 minutes, your 45 minutes to pitch yourself while you're sitting there and you're trying to teach and educate and measure and do all these things at once. But what's I like as an idea is leaving an info sheet behind that tells a bit more about you. So when people they're not standing face to face with you, they can go back and do the research and they can start with a sheet to be like, oh, they've been in business since 2007. It's a family business. And, they started here and they moved to here and they did this and just like a little bit more about you. And then it's like, oh, they've got their insurance coverages. They offer a warranty, like all these little things about your business and what you do differently, how you set yourself apart in a little 1-pager or 2-pager that you can leave behind that they can kind of hang on to, because the next guy's probably not doing that.
You be like, this is my insurance policy. Here's my coverage. Here's my WCB number.
Yep. Well, you're skipping ahead.